Dozens of community leaders come together for one purpose: to stop the violence in Jacksonville. And they're asking for you to join them after a violent start to the new year. There have been 15 homicides since the start of the year, nearly double what we saw in January of 2014. Last year, there were 113 homicides, 93 of which were murders. Joining me now, community activist Pastor John Guns and Bishop Rudolph McKissick. Good morning to both of you. As I read those numbers, I saw both of you from the corner of my eye just shaking your head. You can't believe it. We've been here before on this very couch talking about this problem. It seems to get a little better and then it gets bad again. If you can't get them in the door, Pastor, on Sundays, how do you reach them?
Well, you know, ultimately, I think this is about, and we've been talking about that this morning and weeks and months and years ago, we've been talking about the importance of economic development in certain communities, about job creation. I think at the end of the day, what we're seeing is the result of negligence and neglect in certain communities. And at the end of the day, you know, even as we call the community together, we have to begin to really talk seriously about what it means to impact our community for the good of every resident.
Yeah.
Well, and it's interesting, too, because what we see here is many times you're able to reach the grandmothers and the mothers maybe and the parents, but you can't seem to get the kids. We've seen gangs that are starting, Bishop. I mean, they're recruiting them in high school, sometimes in middle school.
Elementary school.
How do you counter that?
Well, I think to what Bishop just said, we've got to have serious conversations about the neglect and about the things that need to go on. We've got to face what are the problems. And then I think it takes a certain kind of conversation with the young people where they sense that you care. Because it is my belief, and I think Bishop Guns as well, most of these kids don't want this way of life, but it has become the reality in which they are born and in which they live, and we have to try to introduce them to a new reality.
And that is so hard because the reality is that you have babies having babies. You have young men in particular that are growing up being raised by a great aunt or a great uncle who just are working 2 or 3 jobs just trying to support the family. And that's more than policing. That's more than legislation. I mean, that's the whole community. For the people who are watching in Avondale and Mandarin who don't worry about a drive-by shooting in their community, why is it so important for them to join this conversation?
Because I think at the end of the day, our mayor has said, and we concur, one city, one Jacksonville. I think at the end of the day, all of us are affected by this. We are truly one city. So the business community and the educational community and government and law enforcement and nonprofits and faith-based must all understand that every murder is a statement of a collective dysfunction. And we must come together to provide opportunities. And Bishop is so right. We have to change the narrative. It has to become about respect for life. And this whole idea that one life lost affects all of us.
Right. We can't be desensitized just because it doesn't affect our area. I think parents from every area have to talk to their children. Because here's the reality, I think, Jen. Many of these things happen in other areas. They just don't make news. And so I think all of us have to have discussions with our children so that all of us are aware that this is a city problem and that these things go on in every area.
And I think the message that I'm hearing from both of you also is that this has to be about re-engaging young people so that they understand that human life is important, that it matters. It's not a video game where you're killing one another. This is real. You pick up a gun and you fire it, and the consequences are dire. And we see these young people who are leaving 4 children. And now what's going to happen with those kids? What are they going to be, grow up to do in life?
And it's interesting, Bishop and I both have done funeral after funeral. And oftentimes, those who sit on the front seat, that family pew, if you will, there are often little children sitting there. And even as we look in the eyes of grieving mothers and grandmothers, and we understand that ultimately the collateral damage is not just what we see on that day during the service, but it's years of dysfunction and years now of displacement and disenfranchisement. And so we're committed to really not only changing the story, but calling our city together. We believe our mayor and our sheriff and others are committed to this project. We believe that. And so we are, we're saying to Jacksonville, we got to stop being cynical. Right. We got to come together and we got to do what's best for our city.
Right.
Thank you both for being here. Pastor Guns, Bishop McKissick, I appreciate it. I hope we're not here in 4 months talking about this same thing. I hope we're talking about change.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And we hope everybody comes tonight.
Please.
To the prayer
Absolutely,
meeting.
tonight, yes. And we'll continue to certainly bring that information to our viewers as well.